don't know if you've looked lately, but Jalen Ramsey is still with the Miami Dolphins, despite there being talk that we, and when I say we, the Miami Dolphins, want to trade him. All on them. Here's the problem, Vlad. From what we're hearing from the likes of Pro Football Talk's Mike Florio, is that there's not really a bidding war going on because there's not really a lot of teams that are interested in giving Jalen Ramsey a
There
contract.
are. That's BS. There are teams.
So there is actually somebody from ESPN that talked about it. I want to say it was Schefter. We have the audio of him talking about the teams that possibly are into Jalen Ramsey and the sweepstakes, getting him on their team and having some good secondary work. He was actually talking with, oh my goodness, I'm trying to remember where this was. It was on ESPN, of course, obviously. Was it Adam Schefter talking about Jalen Ramsey? Not sure. Nonetheless, basically, the thing is this. The two Los Angeles teams are interested in him.
Yes, and he's in LA right now.
And his family still lives in Los Angeles. There's talk that Jalen Ramsey wants to go play for these Los Angeles teams. Why is the deal not getting done? We talked to a couple other people. They're saying they're waiting. And of course, Jalen Ramsey probably also waiting till training camp kind of gets going and, maybe even miss a couple of days of training camp here and there.
No, he's working out.
Oh, Jalen works out.
He's working out.
We're never worried about Jalen working out.
It's just that he wants his respect from Coach McDaniel. Coach McDaniel was talking to him like a child, and it's like, nah.
Coach McDaniel won't even talk about him anymore.
I mean, that's when you know the relationship between those two is not good.
And Mike McDaniel is a player's guy too, so that's interesting.
Yeah, but Jalen Ramsey's a real one, and sometimes he probably doesn't like the fakeness and nasty. You know what I'm saying? That's involved with some of the. Let me say, how would you say? Theatrics or antics of Mike McDaniel. Maybe that's not something that Jalen Ramsey is like,
He seems like a no-nonsense guy.
Right.
I don't know him, so I couldn't say. I've heard that he's a very much, I'm going to take care of my thing, you do your thing, but no nonsense. Like, do your role and play your role.
Play your position.
That's what he does. I hate that we're going to probably most likely trade him because we're not going to get very much for him. We know Jair Alexander, Green Bay Packers, he is now signed with the Baltimore Ravens. It is a 1-year, $4 million contract with incentives.
$2 million?
Yep, up to $6 million. So, and those guys, maybe Jalen Ramsey is a little bit better. And let's put the caveat, are the asterisks in there, that Jair Alexander wanted to play and reunite with Lamar Jackson, who he played with at Louisville. So there may have been somewhat of a pay cut that he took for the rights to possibly play with Lamar Jackson and on a championship caliber team. But it just kind of gets to show you what the market is out there for a solid, if not really good, cornerback, which once again leads me to believe we are not going to get very much for Jalen Ramsey. And we're definitely not going to get immediately better once we trade Jalen Ramsey.
No, you still have a we still have questions about the secondary with the Dolphins.
I would say really big questions, but good news. We could have a really good pass rush. I have heard Chop Robinson has taken a step up. OTAs. Once again,
that's what I was about to say. I was like, yeah.
Well, once again, this is the caveat section of the show. I'm giving you the caveats and I'm giving you the asterisks. Yes, it is OTAs, but it looks like Chop Robinson, from what people are seeing on the ground, it has really taken a step up. Bradley Chubb has it in him. He is going to be hopefully healthy this year. You never know what's going to happen with the other Jalen on the other side of the ball, Jalen Phillips. He stays healthy. He could be making some moves. And then you got Zach Sealer. You got the rookie coming in, Grant. You get a good pass rush. Maybe that secondary can hold its own and not have to work as hard. But right now it's kind of scary. But Jalen Ramsey, I thought it was going to be a done deal way earlier. There could be a holdup because there might not be as many teams as we thought wanting him. Therefore, the bidding is a little off kilter. But it's looking like he'll end up with one of the Los Angeles teams. His family is there. What are we going to do? I don't know. We'll have to figure it out as it goes. But right now, the secondary not looking very good for the Miami Dolphins. And we know that the relationship between, and my hopes that maybe they would hug it out, and Jalen Ramsey would play it out this year. No, that's not going to happen at all. The things that Chris Greer said in the media, and like you said, Mike McDaniel and he don't seem to, vibe together.
They don't vibe. They don't vibe.
He won't speak about him.
He won't speak about him.
That's as nasty as Mike McDaniel gets.
that he'll give you 20-second answers or 10-second answers when you mentioned Jalen Ramsey. Everything else, hey, what's tomorrow, Mike? Well, it's the day after Saturday. It's the first day of the week. He'll give you all of that.
So Mike,
but hey, Mike,
how are things going with Jalen Ramsey?
I am just caring about the people that are here in the facility. I'm just gonna coach the guys that are in the facility.
Long pause, waiting for him to continue to talk because he usually rambles on.
And that's it. That's
Next
it.
question.
No, that's it. Next question. Come on, man. What are we doing here? Clearly, you know. And that's weird because if everybody's talking about culture, what are you trying to say about what? Okay, there's been a lot of talk about culture, and it seems like Jalen Ramsey's a guy that likes culture. He's been in some cultures.
Yes.
Maybe because he saw what was going on last year, and it's not something he wants to be involved. He went to the coach as a veteran, as a leader of the team, said what he needed to say. I've seen him vibe with what Mike wanted, or it's not anything Mike wanted to hear. Fine. Jalen Ramsey also has to realize he's in his 30s.
That's correct.
And the teams are not looking to give major money to players that they deem is in the back nine of their careers.
That's fair and honest.
And remember, he did this last year because he was very worried. He was going into a year with no guaranteed money.
Right.
And they were giving out everybody's extensions, and he got one. So he's got another year. This is also a chance that you may want to play football, but you realize that you don't have years guaranteed in the upcoming future. So therefore, you want to do whatever you can to make sure that happens.
Absolutely. You got to look out for number one. That is for sure. Jalen Ramsey. Ooh, and also the other thing is, Vlad, we've talked about this. Omar Kelly has talked about this from the Miami Herald. Most teams deem guys like Jalen Ramsey, Jair Alexander, cornerbacks like that as more of a luxury than a necessity. And, in this league, when you're a luxury.
Right. The Ravens doing what they did with Jair is great because if he gets banged up, cool. We got guys. We just need you. We want you in the postseason. Jalen is not. The Miami Dolphins are not in this situation right now. Miami Dolphins are in a weird situation because it's like, is this a rebuild or is this just a reload?
Right. This is the time of the year, Vlad. It's what would you want to call it? It's slogan time. It's all this other stuff. Last year, remember this time?
Oh, it's hope season.
24. Last year was 24. Everybody meets.
It's hope season. Yeah,
24, remember? 24.
Everybody's got to start everything 24. It's been 24 years.
You're going to see this. It ends this year.
So what happened now?
This year.
Is everything at 25?
No, this year the slogan is we're changing the culture.
Oh, Jesus.
We're doing the culture. We like each other. We hang out off the field now. Last year, we weren't friends. This year, we're players, teammates, and friends. We're changing the culture.
They weren't hanging out with each other last year? That's nasty
they didn't
work,
like each
bro.
other that much last year. And, of course, losing comes with that because, it's always fun and what teams are really close. Teams
it's still Miami, though.
So this year.
Channing was still going out when they were 1-15 with his friends.
Well, that's a different animal right there.
Oh, it is a different animal.
So this is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Culture and we're more friendly with each other this year. There's more camaraderie. This is the time of the year where all that starts happening.
I mean, yeah.
I know. It's like, politicking, man. Politicking. What does it mean? Once again, Vlad, nothing. Let's get out of OTAs. Let's get out of the offseason. Let's get into at least practice, and then we'll see what everything